Let's go! What's going on, guys? Crow here, coming at you with another video. Had to stop, drop everything to get this up because for the first time that I'm aware of, the Pokemon Company made an official statement on shiny hunting methods. We've all been scrambling to figure out what's the true method, what do the numbers mean, what are the different animations, but we've got some official Pokemon website information that I'd like to go over with you guys real quick and kind of knock some of that stuff into the light, and so we know for sure. So let's start out. It goes over the wild area a little bit, generic information about wild area, but here's what matters. Finding brilliant Pokemon can lead to finding shiny Pokemon. And we see a Maractus here with the brilliant aura. The yellow aura you see around Pokemon, that's called brilliant. So what brilliant Pokemon do, they're typically a higher level than the average Pokemon in the area. They'll also know an unusual move such as an egg move, and they'll have the highest possible IVs for 2 or 3 stats. You also earn some watts each time you defeat one, higher level giving more watts. So you can quickly find some excellent Pokemon by encountering as many brilliant Pokemon as you can as you catch or defeat, which is very important. We've been concerned on, do you have to catch them? Do you have to knock them out? Catch or defeat more and more Pokemon of the same species, you'll gradually become more likely to find brilliant Pokemon and shiny Pokemon of that species in the future. You don't need to find these Pokemon consecutively, and you can see how many times you've encountered a species by checking your Pokedex. So the Pokedex only records encounters if you catch or defeat them. So whatever the number is in your Pokedex is how many is counting towards your brilliant or shiny odds. And catch or defeat doesn't have to be consecutive. You don't have to chain. So here's the actual numbers from Pokemon. At least 1 battle, brilliant Pokemon may appear. At least 20, brilliant Pokemon have 1.3 times the likelihood of appearing. At least 50, brilliant Pokemon have 1.6, and shiny Pokemon have 2 times the odds, which is an extra reroll. At least 100, brilliant Pokemon have 2 times, and shiny Pokemon have 3 times. At least 200, shiny Pokemon have 4 times the likelihood of appearing. You'll notice they stopped saying brilliant. Brilliant odds max out, double the rate at 100 encounters. And then shiny keep going. Up to 500, you'll have 6 times the likelihood. So that's 6 rerolls. Once you've encountered a species of a Pokemon 100 times, you'll max out your chance of finding a brilliant Pokemon of that same species at double the original odds. The odds of finding a shiny Pokemon of that species won't max out until a whopping 500 encounters, where you'll have 6 times the normal odds. Those odds are still pretty long, so if you're crazy about shiny Pokemon, it's a good idea to work toward completing your Pokedex and earning a shiny charm. Every time you defeat a Pokemon in the wild, you'll also be much more likely than usual to see more Pokemon of that same species appear for a short time. So knocking them out will give you a higher chance of that Pokemon to appear. So that's the closest we have to having to chain, is just it helps us find more of them. So maybe that's what they meant on the up to 25 chain, 33% chance. Maybe that's the percent increase of seeing that Pokemon appear. I'm not sure on that, but these are the definite shiny odds. 6 rerolls at 500 catches or defeats, and then if you keep knocking them out, you'll find more of that Pokemon. Let's see. Might be a good idea to encounter several each time you walk through the wild area to gradually build up, because it does not have to be consecutive. And then something we didn't know about, at least I didn't, there is chain fishing in the game, so to speak. Fishing for brilliant Pokemon. You can also find brilliant Pokemon by fishing in the wild area. The number of times you've battled any one species won't matter at all for fishing. Instead, you'll need to defeat many Pokemon consecutively, no matter which species appears. So it doesn't matter what you reel in, knock it out. 0 to 2 successful hooks with knockouts give brilliant Pokemon the chance to appear. 3 to 6, brilliant Pokemon have 1.3 times the likelihood. 7 to 14, you get 3.3 times the chance. 15 to 24, you get 6.6 times the chance. And at 25 plus, brilliant Pokemon have 16.6 times the likelihood of appearing. Now this is catching in a row and knocking them out. If you keep getting bites and defeating your catches, you'll start to find more and more brilliant Pokemon. But beware, if you fail to reel a Pokemon in, or if you catch a Pokemon, run away from a Pokemon, leave the area, or turn off your game, that chain will break. After 25 successful hooks, you'll cap out at over 16 times the initial odds of finding a brilliant Pokemon, so it can be quite rewarding to build a streak. So now we know 500 knockouts or catches of a species to max out our shiny odds. Knocking out that species gives us a better chance to see more of them, so I think that's where that chain idea came from, potentially. We have chain fishing for brilliant Pokemon, and this goes on to speak about raid battles, which we did learn another piece of information here, and that is about the purple lights. What do the purple lights mean? Once you acquire more gym badges, you'll start to see dens emitting strong purple pillars of light. Dens emitting this kind of light are more likely to house rare Pokemon. So you just have a better chance of finding a rare Pokemon in a purple light. That's all it means. If you're really lucky, you might even encounter Pokemon with Gigantamax factor after you've earned the Dragon Badge. So if you're not finding Gigantamax, that's why you got to go get the Dragon Badge to get your Gigantamax raid battle encounters. If you find a den that's not active, you can throw in a wishing piece, which you buy from the guys by the entrance with your watts. If you knock out all the raids in the area, it spawns a new set of raids, one guaranteed purple light. And then it goes on to speak about weather, impact of gym badges, keep exploring wild area. So we have guaranteed stats for shiny hunting, brilliant hunting, chain fishing for brilliant. They did not mention the shiny animations, but from what I'm currently understanding is that the square animation, which is right now most of what we've seen, at least from wild encounter shinies, is the rarer animation. Is supposed to be 1 in 16 to get that one, I believe, and 15 out of 16 to get the more classic stars looking animation. But apparently it's glitched right now for wild encounters. I think it's flopped for wild encounters, so you have 15 out of 16 chance to get squares on a wild encounter shiny, whereas hatching, you're more likely to get the sparkles, or raid battle shinies, you're more likely to get the sparkles. So if you like the squares a lot, right now is your chance to get it off of wild encounters before they potentially fix that. Hopefully we'll find out for sure some more information on that later, but I wanted to go ahead and get this out to you guys so you know for sure if you're doing it right, what you need to do for shiny hunting, so we can all go get that shiny and make our team look that much more cool. So thanks guys for checking this out, and I'll see you next time. Peace.